Hello guys. In the previous video, we seen introduction to analog electronics and insulators, conductors and some semiconductor materials. In semiconductor materials, we seen that germanium, silicon and gallium arsenides are the three most frequently used semiconductor materials in electronic industries. Okay. Now in this video, we will discuss about covalent bonding and intrinsic materials. Okay, in this video we will discuss about covalent bonding and intrinsic materials. First we will discuss about covalent bonding. Covalent bonding. Okay, first thing first, what is covalent bonding? Okay, it is defined as the bonding of atoms strengthened by the pairing of electrons. The bonding of atoms strengthened by pairing of electrons is known as covalent bonding. Now here, what is this atom? Atoms are silicon, germanium or gallium arsenide or any other materials. We will discuss this in detail. To discuss this in detail of the covalent bonding of silicon, germanium and gallium arsenide, we should have the knowledge of atomic structure. Okay. To understand why silicon, germanium and gallium arsenides are the semiconductors chosen by electronic industry requires some understanding of the atomic structure of each and how the atoms are bound together to form a crystalline structure. We know that every atom is composed of three basic particles, that is electrons, protons and neutrons. Okay. Every atom is composed of three particles. Those are electrons, protons and neutrons. Okay friends. Now to understand the crystalline structure of the atom, we will see the lattice structure of the atom. What is this lattice structure? Lattice structure is nothing but the arrangement of electrons, protons and neutrons in an structured way, or we can also call it as lattice structure is also called as structure of atom. In lattice structure, protons and neutrons form the nucleus of atom and electrons appear in the fixed orbit around the nucleus. The Bohr model for silicon, germanium and gallium arsenide is as shown in the figure. Now we will discuss the Bohr model for silicon. As we know that the nucleus of the atom is made up of protons and neutrons. In silicon, there are 14 orbiting electrons. That means there are the total number of electrons revolving around the nucleus of the silicon atom are 14. That means there are 3 orbits for silicon atom. In the first orbit, there are 2 electrons. In the secondmost orbit, there are 8 electrons revolving around the nucleus of the silicon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And the main important orbit is the third orbit, or it is the outermost orbit of the silicon atom, and it is also called as valence shell or orbit. For silicon, there are 4 electrons revolving around the nucleus in the outermost orbit. These electrons are called as valence electrons. These valence electrons, 4 valence electrons for silicon, okay. The valence electrons for germanium is also 4, but in case of gallium it has 3 valence electrons, and for arsenic it has 5 valence electrons. And for the atoms which has 4 valence electrons is called as tetravalent, and for 3 valence electrons it is called as trivalent, and for the 5 valence electrons it is called as pentavalent. Here we are seeing the word valence. The term valence is used to indicate the ionization potential required to remove any one of these electrons from the atomic structure is significantly lower than the required for any other electron in the structure, is significantly lower than the required for any other element in the structure. Now, what does it mean? It is so simple that the ionization potential required to remove the electron from the valence shell is much more lesser than the ionization potential required to remove the electron from the subsequent orbits. Okay? Now from the lattice structure, we know that there are 4 valence electrons or free electrons in the outermost orbit of the silicon atom. These outermost electrons form a bonding with the other electrons in the outermost orbit of the silicon to form the lattice structure. The pairing of electrons between the two silicon atoms is known as covalent bonding. The covalent bonding of silicon atoms to form the lattice structure is as shown in this figure. That means we know that there are 4 free electrons in the outermost orbit of the silicon that can be represented as, this is silicon, minus, 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 minus. There is another silicon atom that have 4 electrons in the outermost shell. These 2 electrons form the bond, and see, meanwhile there will be another silicon atom. This will form an covalent bond. Similarly, all the silicon atoms will form the bond with other silicon atom. This is known as the lattice structure of silicon atom. Initially, we defined the definition for covalent bonding. What does it stated? The bonding of atoms strengthened by the sharing of electrons is known as covalent bonding. Here we can understand that here the pairing of electrons is happening between the two silicon atoms. That means meanwhile, the strength of the silicon atom has been improved by bonding with the other silicon atom. Now we will discuss about intrinsic materials. The term intrinsic is applied to any semiconductor material that has been carefully refined to reduce the number of impurities to a very low level, essentially as pure as can be made available through modern technologies. That means the semiconductor which is used here is a pure semiconductor. That means there is no additional dopant which is used with this semiconductor. In intrinsic material, there is a subtopic called intrinsic carriers. The free electrons in a material due to external causes are referred to as intrinsic carriers. The number of intrinsic carriers per cubic centimeter for silicon is given as 1.5 into 10 power of 10. For silicon, 1.5 into 10 power of 10. For germanium, intrinsic carriers per cubic centimeter is given as 2.5 into 10 power of 13. For germanium, 2.5 into 10 power of 13. Similarly, for gallium arsenide, intrinsic carriers per cubic centimeter is given as 1.7 into 10 power of 6. That is, for gallium arsenide, 1.7 into 10 power of 6. In the next video, I will discuss about energy levels and extrinsic materials. Until then, be motivated, keep learning. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.